It is time, guys, for a graded Pokemon cards return. And hopefully we got a little bit of luck on our side. All right, what's going on, everybody? Joe R, Vintage Pokemon, and we are cracking open some very much long-awaited Pokemon cards. These have been out for approximately a year with CGC. We tried to submit these with PSA, and lo and behold, PSA shut their doors quite literally as I was about to send these out. I mean, the box was ready to go, and everything was set, and got the notification that they were not going to be taken. So, I mean, it was really unfortunate, and we're going to need to make some room so you can get out of here. Mr. Panda's just going to have to watch from the background. And I normally don't grade with CGC. These are actually 3 groups of friends of mine that submitted their cards, and I sent them all out, and now they're back, and we're going to take a look at them. The conditions vary a little bit. I've never graded with CGC before. I think we went without the subgrades on these cards, and it's actually not a bad deal to do it without the subgrades. We'll talk about why a little bit of controversy there. Now the box packaging, so a little loose inside. So, I mean, but it's pretty snug. Hopefully there isn't any damage. I know Ludkins has usually been very, very good about if something comes back cracked or anything like that. They're really great about taking it back and sending it back to get reholdered and things of that nature. This is done with Polaris grading, which is kind of an off-brand child of Ludkins, I believe. Okay, so we've got 2 boxes in here. Okay. So we've got 2 boxes, and I know my buddies are going to be really excited for this return. So we're going to keep Chansey nearby for a little bit of luck. Some of these cards were pretty close to minty fresh. Others were more childhood cards that were sent out for the nostalgia. So we're going to get these open. All right. And we're going to go with this guy first. So we're going to shove him off to the side. The seal has been broken. Okay, now. Oh, these slabs. Look at that. That's some pretty looking stuff right there. Man, it's been a while because we're just waiting forever for these returns. Believe it or not, I was one of the last people to get in an order with PSA at their $10 bulk rate, and I'm still waiting on those. These were sent about 2 months after I submitted my cards with PSA. So now my cards have been with PSA for more than a year. So these have come back sooner. Granted, it still took a year for CGC at their bulk rate. So we're still not talking any short amount of time. But, I mean, man. All right, let's see here. I want the back. I want the back of the cards. Okay. This is going to be a little tough. The reveal. The reveal is real. Okay, and you know what? Why don't we actually... So that's 1 stack. And we'll get the other stack out over here also. And you know what? I think when PSA finally does start doing bulk again, I think they will at some point in time. I'm kind of holding out for that because I do mostly PSA myself. I think CGC is going to be fine, but a lot of these other grading companies like AGS or Robo Grading 9069 Baller, they're going to fall by the wayside and probably go extinct, is what I'm thinking. But I think CGC, because they have a lot of other credentials backing them up, they'll be in it for the long run. So it's not a bad third option, PSA, BGS, CGC. But, yeah, let's just see how these results came out, because we got a nice mix here. So, let's see. Okay. Yeah, I gotta get used to this. We don't know. Usually PSA's got the grade up here, top right. So now CGC's top left. All right, so we got the Charizard V Pokemon 2020, and that card's looking mighty fine, coming in at a 9.5. You can see there's no subgrades on here, and you know what? That might actually be for the best, because those of you that watch Rattle Pokemon, he's a little bit of a journalist and an opinion peacemaker in terms of the TCG hobby for Pokemon, and he actually did some research, and according to the Pop Report, you have better odds, it seems, of getting high 10, 9.5 grades if you don't use the subgrades versus if you do. I don't know what the deal with that is. I can provide a link to that in the description below, but very interesting with CGC, but I think that's a pretty solid win right there. I mean, you're not going to get much better than 9.5. This is a very modern card, but I mean, all things considered, not bad. All right, so we got another one here, and the grade is another 9.5. So these were straight out of a plastic holder. They were in a plastic sleeve and graded 9.5 each. So, I mean, we got two of these 9.5s, and this is my buddy Casey's cards that we have getting pulled right now, it seems. Okay, so we've got another one here. Got a little fuzz. Okay, it's a little bit tricky because I'm not left-handed, and it seems like I have to have left hand on that. So this is a beautiful card, Mewtwo EX, and it comes back a 9.5 again. So we got a 9.5 Mewtwo EX. It's a very pretty card. No edgeware whatsoever on this. If you asked me why it got the 9.5 versus the 10, I got no idea. I really don't. And that's part of the problem with subgrades, with CGC and BGS and 9.5s and 10s. It's so hard to tell sometimes just what the actual flipping issue is. But, you know, we got Chansey over here, and she's trying to give us a little bit of lady luck. So hopefully we can do a little better for you, Casey. I mean, this is pretty good so far, but, you know, we always want more. Okay, so we got Mewtwo EX again. We got a second one, and it comes back at the 9. So we've got 3 9.5s, and then we've got a 9 there for you, Casey. So not bad, but this is going to be cool. This is the Uyama's Pikachu. This is a Japanese vending series release, highly collectible card, and if I'm not mistaken, this was pretty darn fresh when it was sent off. So, I mean, let's see. It's always tough sometimes to grade the older cards, but oh, wow. Oh, whoa. 7.5. Oh, man, I'm sorry about that. I mean, oh. Look at that. There you have it. There's your 7.5 right there. Top right corner. There is a creasy crease. Yeah, right there. And I don't know if that was there prior and we missed it. I know I just looked over your cards briefly. I don't know if I really vetted them that closely. But you can see in the light, that is clear as day. And that'll do it right there for you. It's still going to hold some value, even though it's only 7.5, because it's so vintage. It's a beautiful card still. I mean, what year is that? That's some 1998 magic right there. So you don't get much better than that. So I'm sorry about that, man, because that hurts. That hurts, because that one little crease is probably what set it back 2 full grades. Okay, all right, let's see. Next up. Well, you know, that'll make you feel a little better, right? I'll put a little hair on your chest. We got the Charizard V-Max 2020. And so that will help out with that burn a little bit that we've got going on there. It's 9.5 on the Charizard V-Max for you, Casey. I believe we're still in Casey's cards anyway, I think. So let's take a look at the next one. And we get a 9.5 on this shiny Mewtwo. 9.5. And we'll take those over a 9 every day of the week, I'd say. I mean, 9.5, where are you going from there? I mean, it's basically a flawless card, in my opinion. Let's take a look at another one. Oh, we got a 9 on this Mewtwo in a glass cylinder. What can I say about that? 2017 Mewtwo GX. Okay, and we'll put our glass tube cylinder Mewtwo right there. I remember being a kid and getting the Burger King toy. And I think Mewtwo came in like his own little glass tube. It was kind of neat. So that was cool. All right, let's see. 8.5 on this Lugia. 8.5 on the Lugia, and that's a beautiful score to have. You see, we got a nice swirl right there, too. I am not 100% sure whose Lugia this is. We'll find out. We'll figure it out because it's very, very clear that there's a swirl right there at the foot, and we can use that to identify whose is whose. Also, I'm pretty sure these cards are going to be grouped together, but that is a beautiful card. The 8.5 on the Lugia. Doesn't get much better than that. So we got some vintage magic coming up now. Because my other buddy, Dom and Rob, whose returns are mixed in here as well, and I hope you're enjoying these returns so far, guys. They sent quite a batch of vintage magic. So here we go. Another one for you. And the Umbreon comes at a 6. And, you know, I think we looked at this card and we didn't expect it to come back super great. But a 6 ain't bad. A 6 is not bad. You know, for being so old. You know, oh, down there. Looks like there might be a little something down there, bottom corner. Hard to tell. Might be a little bit of a creasing or bending there along the bottom side. So, I mean, that'll do it. But, I mean, is this not one of the greatest vintage artworks for Umbreon? They didn't have a lot of cards back in the day with nice backgrounds. You're talking about base set. I mean, there was just, it was more or less like Lugia here most of the time, right? Or Chansey over here. And then you have Umbreon, who just comes in hot on top of a cliff with a moon in the background, and it doesn't get much better than that. So a beautiful card, unfortunately not a super high grade, but one thing I will say is that my buddy Dom, when he was getting these sent out to grade, he was going more for the vintage feels than anything else. You know, these were some of his childhood cards, and I think that's what we're into right now is my buddy Dom's cards, I want to say. So taking a look, next one up. The Entei comes back with a 9. Beautiful card, great score. The CGC 9 Entei, beautiful card. Backside, I think we had vetted this and we thought it was going to come back probably around this grade. You see a little bit of edgeware up there. I think it's interesting, actually, if you want to see our pre-assessments of some of these cards, you could check out the video in the link below or maybe up top. I'm going to be posting the previous submission video for these cards, and I think I gave my input on some of these older vintage ones, what we could have expected for them, because I'm a pretty tough grader myself, and I have to say that when I submit with PSA, it usually comes back within a grade of what my expectations were, and often I can surprise myself even, because I'm very, very harsh, you know. Next up, we have, oh, look at that, shiny Lucario coming in at the 9. Coming in at 9, definitely a modern card, 2019, but very pretty nonetheless. Sorry, Pikachu. You know, we're gonna go the way of the dodo. I mean, you're so old anyway. You might as well just get out of here. Come on, Charmeleon. You know, hop on over. Come on over there. Use a little flamethrower magic. Okay. Oh, the Marnie coming at the 9.5. Again, this is more of a modern card, but you know what? Marnie is a very, very valuable card in the modern TCG. A lot of people really love this one. I'm not 100% sure why, but as far as trainers go, she's top dog. She's top dog. So sit you back there. Can't ask for really better than a 9.5. I mean, you have basically a gem mint card, right? And you're like one step away from getting the pristine 10, so to speak. Now, why is it different from a 10? Couldn't tell you. I will say that if it's getting the 9.5, there's a good chance that with PSA it would have been the 10. But if you're just looking to collect and you're just happy to have it, graded up, you can't get much better than that. Oh, coming in with the 9. Lots of lint. Jeez, I mean, what the heck are you doing to me, CGC, with this lint here? Vintage Charizard artwork, 2016, so a little bit older now. And that usually means a little bit more valuable. You know, older, minter, better, as the saying goes. For those of you that watch SM Pratt. And he's a fun channel to watch, too, for, you know, the vintage Pokemon, all that good stuff. But that's a beauty right there. And that's a great pull for you. I mean, that's got to have a little bit of heft to it. You know, the CGC 9 Evolutions Charizard. And let's see, we got a little more here for you. The 8, wow. Wow, wow, wow. I think this is an instance where going with CGC might have bumped you up, because I think with PSA, this would not have scored this high. The way it goes is, with PSA, typically, if they see a lot of scratching or a lot of surface wear, they take that, oh, we are sliding downhill. Get you up there. Come on. Come on. The way it works with PSA is that usually if they see a significant amount of wear or damage, they'll look at that and they'll just drop the grade to whatever that lowest threshold would be for whatever the issue was. But with companies like CGC and BGS, they'll take the other conditions into account, and that can raise the grade on some cards. So you can see the backside of this was not too bad, right? But I think we had originally said that the front had some scratching on it, and that was why I kind of thought it was going to get the PSA 7. But to have a CGC 8, that's really great, actually. That's really, really good. So, bravo. That is a home run. You gotta be pumped, man. You gotta be pumped for that. But we're not done yet, because we have the Misdreavus 9. Oh, and a little bit of CGC hair in there too. The CGC 9 for this Misdreavus. And I thought this was your best condition card, Dom. And that's cool, man, that you got the CGC 9. So as far as this return so far, I think it's a home run hit, because we've got some vintage cards that are coming in hot with pretty high grades, and we've got some modern cards that are coming in with some pretty high grades, and we don't have any 10s, but when it comes to CGC, it's really a flip of the coin with those 10s. You know, you cannot expect to get 10s with CGC. That's just my opinion, because any little thing is gonna keep it from that. Okay, so that might be it for Dom, and we're gonna move on to my last buddy. Wow. Okay. Can we stand? Can we do that for me? Come on. Yeah. All right. There we go. We'll move on to my last buddy, Rob here, and he had some vintage fire that he was submitting. So I'm excited to see what his returns are going to be looking like. And I hope you're ready for this, Rob. We're gonna get right into it. Unless this is still Dom, you know, we'll see. Pichu coming in at the 9, and that's a great score for this card, because when I was looking at some of these cards for this third section of the submission, I thought that maybe some factory lines were going to ding it. But again, when it comes to CGC and BGS, if you have a little bit of surface wear, but everything else is perfect, those other factors can bring up the grade on the card. It's also really unclear who is doing the grading for subgrades and non-subgrade cards at CGC, which is, again, something that Rattle Pokemon was kind of looking into, and I thought was kind of interesting. But, man, Neogenesis 9 for this old 20-year-old Pichu, 22-year-old Pichu? Oh, that is too good. That is too good right there. Okay, so that Pichu, that is some cash money. And I know, Rob, you enjoy the money aspect of things when it comes to cards. We're all about the vintage love, and I'm sure many of these are going to stay just straight up in your collection, but I know some of us just like that added bonus of having them be worth something. 9 on the base set 2 Blastoise. Oh man, that's awesome. That is awesome. 9 on the Blastoise, and base set 2 could be tough to grade too, just because it can have a little bit of surface wear. You know, the hollow pattern just pops on base 2. So really, really awesome. Let's see. I think we had another Blastoise. Can we get a little higher? 9 again. We get a 9, but this time it's base set Blastoise, not base set 2, more lint, okay? And we've got some classic goodness. Wow. That is awesome for you, dude. Congratulations on the CGC 9 with the Blastoise. That is some original vintage water cannon magic, my friend. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Continuing down the line here. Let's see. We have the Raichu coming in at a 9 as well. A little bit of, I was a little bit concerned here. Is that like a a scratch or a crack. Hard to tell. Let me look at that off camera for a second. Huh. No. It's not cracked at all. So that's totally fine. And another CGC 9 for you. Mint 9, which basically means pack fresh. I mean, you don't get much better than that. They're calling this a pack fresh card, basically, and I can't complain. I mean, look over here. We got PSA 9, first edition base set Chansey, bringing the luck right now. I mean, this is some fire, right, that we've got going on here. I was kind of going into this return with a grain of salt. I was like, it'd be great if we got some 8s and just a few 9s, but I mean, you are killing it right now. Oh, the 8.5. The 8.5. I love this card. This is a beautiful card, and it's a shame that you can't get the 9 on this one because, I mean, this is gorgeous. But, I mean, you can't complain with 9 Blastoises and Dark Raichu secret rares. I mean, you submitted some fire stuff, and you're getting fire back. Let me tell you. Next up, Entei, coming in at a 9. This might challenge for one of the most valuable cards in this entire return, being first edition legendary Doggo Magic Entei from Neo Revelations. And let's take a closer look at that. So now we've got 2 Enteis that both came back 9s, and I was not expecting both of them to come back as 9s. I really wasn't. And I think I thought maybe even that I had the cards mixed up earlier. Remember, I wasn't sure whose card was whose at first because the return was just looking too darn nice. But, I mean, CGC giving out these grades right now. It's a really nice card coming in at first edition right there. Charizard 8.5. Listen, I know everybody wants the 10. Everybody wants the 9. But 8.5 is pretty darn special too. Because this is a 1999 vintage base set Charizard. And that's looking pretty darn cool too. God, with this lint, but all over. Very cool card. I thought this had a shot at an 8 for sure with PSA. But an 8.5 with CGC is pretty darn special. And we're gonna take that, we're gonna put that right there. So we've got Charizard front and center. This is looking this is a banger job that we've got going on. 9! Ho! I forgot that we had 2 of these. And now we've got 2 Charizards. We pulled the 9. So you've got now a Blastoise 9 and a Charizard 9. Wow. Congratulations to you, Rob, because that's some money right there. That's that's heavy. With the Charizard, the Blastoise, the Dark Raichu, these are some killer returns. And are you guys taking a little bit of a hit on the money side of things because this is CGC and not PSA? A little bit, if we're being honest. But these are some solid returns that you guys are getting here, and you're going to be doing well on these cards regardless. Yanma 9.5. Ooh. This card is tough to grade too. I mean, you look at that holo pattern. It is all over. It is silver, and that is just kind of like the MO. When it comes to silver cards like Chansey and Yanma here, high holo patterns in the background. Very tough to score high on. So a 9.5 is super solid right there. I mean, man, look at this fire that we've got. Dragonite 9 coming in, unlimited, but it's still a Dragonite, and you can't beat Dragonite down. Coming in, I mean, Rob, you're doing some really great returns right now. I mean, I'm sure you're probably like getting the sweats right now, thinking about doing more. I gotta say, right? Look at that lint. Come on, get off Dragonite. Dragonite doesn't need that. It's gonna hyper beam that lint. Okay, next up, Erica's Dragonair 9.5. Coming in at the 9.5, Erica's Dragonair. Beautiful card again, with more lint, just for you. I want to say, once you see this video, how anxious are you going to be to get your cards back, guys? You know, Casey, Rob, Dom, 9.5 on the Gyarados. Oh, that's cool. Because I've known that this is coming back. And that's the thing, is that these guys, they don't realize that these cards have been coming back for the last week or so. And for those of you that watch the channel regularly, I have not posted a video in a while, simply because I knew these cards were incoming, and I wanted to post the video as soon as they dropped. And so that's why I've kind of been holding out. 9 on the Dark Blastoise. Beautiful card. Look at that. We got a cannon swirl right there. Oof. Oh man, Rob. That's some cannon fodder. Very nice, very nice. Dark Blastoise coming in. Next up, 9 on the Dark Charizard. Wow. Okay. We knew that none of these cards would probably get a 10 going in. Kind of figured that, but the 9 was definitely a possibility. We're talking about somebody that basically took these cards, shoved them in a binder, and didn't touch them for 20 years. I mean, did you even know where these were, Rob, when you dug them up? I think you kind of just went hunting one day and managed to pull them out of a sock drawer, right? That's a great return for you, Rob. Charizard Magic right there. Just watch before the video ends. All these are just going to fall over. Oh no, my cards. Pichu 8.5. This one's the first edition one. So I wonder what's going to be more valuable, the 9 Unlimited Pichu or the 8.5 first edition Pichu. I'm going to bet on this one. I think this one's going to hold a little more value. Oh, we got a little tail swirl there. Tail swirl for Pichu. I love the Pichu because I think it's just such a nostalgic card. You know, Pichu was all the rage because it was like, oh, Pikachu's the mascot. What the heck is this little thing? And the color on this is just awesome. Just the sparkles galore going on there. So we got Pichu rocking it. And we've got one last card here, Rob. And I hope we can finish it with a bang. What do we got? The Blissey at an 8.5 from Neo Revelations. And that, I think, is perfect because we've got Lady Luck and Lady Luck 2.0 to bang out this end submission. So, guys, I hope you're happy with this return. I know I'm happy with the return. It looks like, ooh, you know what? This has a little bit of a hollow bleed to it. You see a little bit of that right on Blissey's body there. She's just glistening with goodness. But killer return. Killer time doing this with you guys. I'm super stoked for you, and I hope you're super stoked to get these cards back in hand, and you join us again for another round of submissions and returns in the future. You know we always have a lot of fun here doing these sorts of things for you. So tune in next time, guys. This is Joe R, Vintage Pokemon, and don't worry, we've got my PSA returns coming back eventually. See y'all next time. Bye-bye.